galaxy is far more chivalrous than Jack the Rippersaurus, so...
Well, Jack's had a couple years to mellow.
To be fair, Jack the Rippersaurus is very polite.
Alright, I'm back. Did you miss anything?
Nope. We all ready to go?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright,
The
so...
sugar chili fries. Woo!
Discuss in character how we're going to solve the problem of this prison planet full of villains that the heroes were trying to destroy.
Yeah, I'm a little hazy on the plan. Like, we've thwarted the plan to use the galaxy mind to send it to the black hole, so what are the heroes going to do now?
Well, we're still kind of on a planet. It's like completely wide prison riot thing, so that's still a problem.
It's also kind of an issue because that was a very supervillain-like thing to do, killing off millions of people instead of rehabilitating them, or what a person is supposed to do.
Yeah, we should lock them up.
But who up?
The heroes that are now villains or whatever.
Oh, we could be like the new Super Justice Friend Alliance thing, and we'll fight evil that was previously good.
Yeah. Except less stupid.
Well, in D&D
Hey.
terms, if these villains are regular evil, then the heroes are either chaotic evil or lawful evil. The worst evils.
I don't know, these guys seem pretty chill.
Oh yeah, a lot of them are. Though the Skin Taker is a bit of a...
He tried to kill me.
cheapskate, that was it.
I kind of want
Well,
to.
he is a skinflint.
Because the bad guys have been so much nicer than the good guys. I kind of want to be on their side now.
Most of them. Dr. Octagon was a, 24-karat dyed-in-the-wool ass hat. But he's dead.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be good and help people, but now I don't know what I want to be anymore.
It's okay. I don't know anything.
I just want to save people. That's what I
Well-
want to ask.
We have an entire satellite full of people who need help right now.
There's satellites here?
This facility at the satellite.
No, it isn't. It's a planet.
Suddenly the eye of the galaxy brain opens. It looks around, and it sees Lord Straxenor. And you all hear in your heads, "No, my sweet friend.
Don't worry,
no,
he's
Lord
not dead.
Straxenor."
Isn't
Okay.
he still alive?
He's very badly injured.
He'll be fine.
I wanted to paint his face in the stars.
That's really gay, yo.
I can heal him.
Well, it feels like it might be a little more destructive to several planetary bodies than most of us might be comfortable with.
Where am I? Last I remember, I was being beaten by people in unitards.
Well, you're in good company.
Hey, I do not like being called a unitard.
One-piece bathing suits, then? I did not realize that phrase was a slur.
Thank you.
Oh my god, the Japanese beach lollies beat you?
The heroes, the quote-unquote heroes, are going to kill everyone on this facility if we don't do something. And I have friends
Oh
here.
God. I would hate to cause mass death. I just wanted to move planets around to paint my friend's face in the stars.
Well, that's okay for some planets, but other planets have a lot of people on them, and that would probably be harmful to them.
Explain.
Like, you know that big planet out there, the really big one with the big red blotch on it?
Yes.
No one lives on that one. I guess people are kind of fond of it, but it's not really essential. But that little green and blue one, that one, I'm guessing, is where your friend came from. And there are lots of people on it.
Oh dear. I was going to make that one the centerpiece. It's like a shiny marble.
Yeah.
Well, now I just feel silly.
Did nobody explain this to you before they just started hitting you?
No, the people with unitards weren't big on talking rather than spouting cheesy one-liners.
They sound like
Yeah.
assholes.
They punched me in my brain, which is also the entirety of my body. It hurt.
Yeah, that's just not sporting.
Schrodingus is going to give the brain a hug.
I mean,
Or
you're
at
gonna hug
least
the
the
two,
jar.
but the brain's controlling it. It's like, oh,
Yes,
sentiment.
I'm going to hug the nutrient tube.
I would reciprocate the gesture if I had arms. But I do not, for I am a giant brain.
Actually, our solar system does have an asteroid belt. No one's really using that. It might be a little smaller, but, you could probably use that. No one would mind.
Yeah.
But
That would be... it wouldn't have the multitude of tones, but I suppose it could be a compromise.
But right now, we need to protect ourselves and everyone on this facility.
Oh, what danger are they in?
Unitards.
Those dastardly men in the unitards, of course.
They were planning on using you to move the entire planetary body into a black hole to kill everyone on it.
How fiendish!
I know, right?
This one specifically.
Then I shall move this planetary body far beyond their grasp.
Near a habitable sun, preferably.
Yeah, we need a certain amount of heat to live.
Oh, do not worry. I always provide adequate care for the planets I move. For I am the galaxy brain! And the
Thanks,
galaxy brain
Schrodingus.
moves, and you guys feel the entire, you can't really feel a planet move, but you do sense that something is changing.
Like being in an elevator.
Yeah. It's very much like being in an elevator, or in a car. If you were reading a book right now, you'd feel sick, but you wouldn't know why.
Oh man, I tried that once.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Nope.
Try playing games in a car.
And so it was that the galaxy brain moved the entire planet of villains to a galaxy far, far away.
Oh, fuck.
You know,
We should
when,
let them know. We should let them know what's happening.
Okay, there's like a PA system nearby that you can use.
Schrodingus, fetch me my horns.
Yes, master.
Alright. Not so good at impromptu speeches, so feel free to jump in whenever. I don my old helmet, and I try to hit the PA broadcast system.
Okay, it's on.
Testing. 1, 2, testing.
Are we on?
Hello?
Yes, your voice is heard on speakers all throughout the complex
Oh
of
god, is that what I sound like?
Alcatraz Maximus.
Yes, it is. Villains, comrades, former friends, allies, a few enemies. I'm not going to hold that against you. We together, we are facing a new dawn. This facility is no longer under attack by the quote-unquote heroes of Earth. Now, this planetary body, with all of its technologies, all of its resources, is now an independent world.
Takes a while, but eventually you hear, coming from all over the facility, the cheers of many villains and henchmen as the weight of your words sink in. They now have a universe of their own to conquer. And unless we have any final words, any final interactions, I think this is the end of Super Buffoons.
Wait just a second. Hodag, to the kitchen! We have lemon bars to prepare.
Sweet!
And so ends Fate Super Buffoons instead!
I would like to point out something. Since Pluto is a lot of ice, this is going to turn to an ocean planet, or at least a beachfront planet.
Nah,
Awesome.
the secret thing is that the galaxy mind works on the 1950s sci-fi logic, where you can move a planet just about anywhere and it won't really be affected.
So it's just going to remain an icy dust ball of no air and death?
Yeah, he could put it right next to his sun and it'd be fine. But if it was by a black hole, that'd be dangerous.
That does not sound like a planet we can actually use.
When he's attentive, he actually does very good work.
Yeah, and that was Super Buffoons. Short, sweet, and stupid.
Oh,
That,
A lot of
that
fun
was
with that.
amazing.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I
yeah.
hope you all enjoyed and felt satisfied. Next time we will be back to Conquered Worm. Sounds like we might have to do a Sunday session.
No, that's on the 5th. I won't be here.
Let's do a Friday session.
No, that's not even like this week. That's like next 2 weeks from now.
Okay, well,
At least I think. Hold
This
on.
is next weekend.
Is it? Oh yeah, I read my calendar wrong this morning. Yeah,
It's gonna be weird shifting gears again, back to actually serious character with character development.
yeah, back to the quote-unquote serious campaign.
Oh, God.
I was the most heroic character in here.
No, I'm pretty sure that was Massif Beef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had the least screen time, but I feel Massif Beef made a great effect in the plot.
Yeah.
He is the assembled Dark Horse.
He came in and tenderized.
Tenderized our hearts.
He had a tangible effect on me. I'm eating jerky.
And I
Yeah,
just had
you
joy
have a
burgers
dog.
and chili fries.
I managed to make everyone frequently burst in uncontrollable laughter, which I consider a win.
Yeah,
It was.
I feel like you stole the show during the nightmare sequence.
Although, okay, let's be fair though, that entire sequence was fucking hilarious.
That was amazing. All of it.
How did
There really wasn't a point where it wasn't funny.
I picked the right name for this, I think, when I named it.
if B's didn't work, then B movie script would.
I also liked how in the first session you guys accidentally guessed what the actual threat was going to be.
The butler?
Well, the idea that someone was going to throw this planet into like a black hole or something to kill all the villains.
Oh.
I was suggesting it.
Yeah. All the player characters were suggesting it, and the butler was like, "No, that would be an evil thing to do."
Yeah, that was just
It
because
was
he
like-
wanted to get us in it too. He
Yeah,
just
like it was. There was great dramatic irony that only I could notice.
How did she not just bust a gut?
Well, when I want to, I can compose myself very well.
You have a good poker face.
When I want to, yes, I do.
I'm just gonna say the butler's really rude because he met us once and then he was gonna fling us into a black hole.
Yeah. Jervin Bucksworth is a fucking asshole.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, we are like the bottom barrel worst, the worst heroes, except for Master Beef, who is actually a legitimate hero.
That doesn't mean we don't have feelings. That doesn't mean you can just dump us in a black hole.
No, but we're clearly people
Was the
you can
butler
write
being
off.
Schrodinger's father just a last minute thing?
That was a last minute thing, but I was like, this is too perfect.
It was. It fit too well.
I wasn't thinking about what was going on in your mother's womb. That fucking... I almost died.
I'm here for my child support. Oh God.
Wasn't paying attention to my wife's womb.
God, that was so funny.
Oh god, what did I miss when I was out?
Don't worry,
Glorious.
Shenanigans.
The
recorded it.
butler, like Schrodingus, has among his varied power set, because he's the only character I made who had like more than one superpower beyond just high stats. One of the butler's powers was the ability to spontaneously generate things in areas that are unobserved, which is how Schrodingus came to be, because the butler, for a brief moment, wasn't thinking about his wife's womb, and as a result, she got pregnant.
Great.
And that's how Schrodingus was born.
Most people just say they cheated, but whatever.
I am going to upload my character, or at least a rough version of my character sheet to DA, just so I never forget his stupidity.
I know that was just a two-shot, but I still want to see everyone's characters drawn.
I agree.
That will be difficult.
I did.
Jack the Rippersaurus was also completely improv, by the way.
Really? That's
Yeah.
impressive.
Like I said, I didn't expect the party to split.
I don't think we did either. It's just
I
like
was
a bunch of
expecting
people
you
are
to
in
fall
different
back on
directions.
Overkill.
Like,
Yeah,
that
that's what I was
would've been easy,
expecting,
but it also wouldn't have made sense because she's on a different layer of the building.
Ah.
Oh, that was fun. That was a
Yeah.
fun diversion.
God, it was.
No favorite moments?
I can only give them from this session, but
This one.
I have to say, probably my favorite moment would. God, it's hard because there's so many good ones. I have to say, shit. Okay, kind of biased, but I have to say, Master Beef and Greg teaming up.
That was pretty great.
It was.
Well, you have a super powerful character and a super durable character, so if he's hard and the other guy is strong, just use him as a weapon to beat the shit out of the other guy. So
It was a
my
good
mental
realization on Raven's part.
So, to be honest, my mental image was he just grabs Greg by like the ankle and just wails on him like a fucking club.
Doesn't throw him like a javelin.
No, outstretch his wings and use it as an axe.
Yeah,
Oh,
that would have been
goodness.
good too. Damn. Yeah,
I
but
think-
it's-
I think there's actually a combination of cards in Magic the Gathering you can use to make the mighty Planeswalker dragon Nicol Bolas wield himself as a weapon.
Oh, it is glorious.
This one's it's a personal reasoning, but a favorite moment in the campaign, I think, was just when we got to interact with Baron Skeleton and Snake Man. Just because that was the point where I realized I can do this.
You can be the villain or be essentially the party leader.
Basically, that I had a story that I could tell.
Ah.
It was really good too. It was just fun.
Yeah, it was.
Dionyta sticking up for the villains at the end.
Yeah.
I don't know what's my favorite moment. I had fun playing all the fucking bad guys. Like even Dr. Octagon because he was so awful.
Oh,
And even though he was generic, I got fond of Lord Straxenor by the end.
my other favorite moment was just me ripping on Dr. Octagon. Every time he opened his mouth.
Oh, also, epilogue. Schrödinger's is definitely going back to watch the good Star Wars movies with the Dionyta.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Dionyta? I don't know.
Dianaga.
I guess as Greg's epilogue, he tried to see if any of the supervillains could carry him.
They probably can.
Same with Hippocampa, honestly.
I don't know what to do for Miss Master epilogue.
Or at least make it to where he can sleep.
Hodag opens a coffee shop. That's all he's ever fucking wanted, is to have a normal goddamn job.
Hodag makes the coffee, and Ionita makes lemon bars, and they go into business together with their own cafe.
Yeah, they rule this planet with an iron fist.
Yes.
But it's wrapped in velvet.
And a caffeine
All Miss
addiction.
Mask ever wanted to do was help people.
Ionita, Lord Devastator was many things, but she was a good boss to work under.
Oh god, the fucking image.
Oh yeah, that happened first session.
Yeah.
Hodag tangoed with
Madcap.
Yeah.
I am going to have to listen to that stupid session now. I mean, I was going to anyway, but...
It's got the madcap.
Like it was like I don't know if it was intentional on Java's part, but like Madcap actually danced with a person once, like in the old Fearsome Future draft to defuse a fight with them. So like it was really surprising.
One of the
have that
vampire
turned on
sisters,
him.
wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really surprising to have someone turn around and use that on Madcap. And I was like, I gotta give you the win for that because that's what he would have done.
Ground that conflict to a halt.
That was the really fun thing. Like, this might be one of my flaws, or at least like my piss wizard as a DM, but I do love like finding unconventional ways to diffuse fights with bad guys.
Yeah.
And this was almost entirely made of that. There were a couple of bad guys who, by design, I decided you would not be able to talk down. But other than that, every single one that you could talk down, you found a way.
Oh god. I just realized when Straxus wakes up, all the supervillains are going to be out just, palling around with the superheroes, and he's going to be offered a cup of coffee and a lemon bar. He's not going to know what the fuck is going on.
But what he will know is that he's alive, and so is the Galaxy Mind, and they're
Wait.
finally together again.
Whatever happened with the alligators or the crocodiles?
Shit!
What?
well, we'll have to save that for the sequel.
What?
Equal hook.
Sequel hook.
What crocodiles? Oh, okay.
Schrödinger promised the crocodiles.
No, that was
Madcap
me.
would-
Ask Katara.
Miss Mask promised the crocodiles in Dr. Octagon's Pit of Crocodiles that Madcap would give them juicy, like, steak. if they went to him and left Dr. Octagon's employ, and the crocodiles agreed, but they also said that if Madcap didn't give them steak, they'd be coming from his mask.
Well, just some massive beef there to negotiate.
And you know what?
Attack of the Crocodile Men.
You know what stands out to me? This was something that could not possibly have been done if it weren't for our playstyle. But we got through almost all of our encounters just by talking to get enemy down. One of the only exceptions was Lord Straxahoosit, and we probably would have immediately helped him out if he would have just slowed down and talked to us.
Probably.
Well, he's used to superheroes not doing that.
Like, okay, so if we want to talk about the meta on Lord Straxnor, so Lord Straxnor's a pretty tough guy. You know, he's your dark side, he's your evil overlord character, he's your Thanos. He's used to when he's faced with a party of weirdos and weird costumes charging into where he is, that there's not really going to be a dialogue. There's going to be a fight. He's not used to people working with him. That's why he didn't bring anything to the villain potlucks. He doesn't know what teamwork is. Because Lord Straxnor really doesn't think that people would take care of him. He's had to take care of himself, and he's gotten very good at it.
Well,
That's
That's
actually
also
kinda
why
sweet.
he risked everything to save the Galaxy Mind when he found out the Galaxy Mind was imperiled. Because the Galaxy Mind was the one and only friend Lord Straxnor had.
Aww.
well, at the monthly potlucks, he and the brain better figure something out.
So, like, Lord Straxnor is actually, like, an oddly complicated character, given that I intentionally designed him to be a stock villain. Like, dude just wanted to protect his friend from being used to kill, like, not only the Galaxy Mind, but everyone else on this planet.
I just realized we basically created Space Australia.
Fuck, we did!
I'm from Space Australia, mate.
Go Space Broncos!
Go Space Broncos.
Be careful, mate. Space Dingle will eat your space, baby.
Space Dingo will eat your space, baby.
Like me, sister.
Oh,
I think we met. I think Hippocampa met the Space Dingo.
Oh, God.
Holy shit.
If there's drop bears in Space Australia, are they float bears?
Yes.
I'd have to, considering there's no fucking trees in Pluto.
Oh my
Yet.
god.
There's
Oh.
a jungle.
They just said we can't terraform the planet, essentially.
But there's a jungle already.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
Presumably got like indoors artificial ecosystems.
Right.
Yeah, I never got a clear view of this prison. Does it, like, just cover the entirety of Pluto?
Yeah, it's the entire planet.
Oh.
Or whatever the fuck Pluto is now, because it's not a planet. That was a joke in the first section.
It's
Once it was the planet Pluto. Then scientists decided it wasn't a planet anymore. Then it was turned into a space prison. Alcatraz Maximus.
Oh, I guess technically it's a dwarf planet now, but there's...
Hence why I called it a satellite.
Yeah.
I wonder if the shield AI is just really confused. Just suddenly in a completely different part of the galaxy.
I also like everything. I had plans for you guys to fight the Trash Man, but then it was just so much better to just have him like talk with you guys and be chill. The Trash Man.
He just wants his trash.
Yeah, we just designate his place the planet dump and it all figures it out.
Mm-hmm.
He loves it.
Yeah.
It's an ever-growing empire of trash.
I don't think any of us would have the heart to strike Danny DeVito anyway.
Yeah.
He's a national treasure. Oh,
Is he gonna be our Phil for our supervillain training? For some of us?
Oh god.
Oh my god.
you're my one last hope, so you'll have to do.
Ugh. Oh. I will say Greg will not be becoming a supervillain. He just redefines what he thinks is a superhero.
All Miss Mask wants to do is help and save people. That's all she wanted. And now
Well,
she
he
helped
will-
the super. And now she helped the supervillains.
Though he
Now
will
she
become
doesn't know
more.
what to think.
Yeah.
Well, you're helping people. You help the whole planet of people not die horribly.
And you fought Nick Cage.
Yeah.
And she won.
Here.
Oh god. I will say Greg will become more intelligent after he gets sleep. Once he does, he'll be actually a normal human being. And not this just screaming uber.
Wait, in the beginning
Die.
he said, TC said he woke up.
As in he was knocked out, but he didn't gain any sleep from it.
Oh.
Yeah, we didn't explain that, but basically, Mr. Mixelplick deposited Greg there in the air vent.
His curse magically does not allow him to gain any sort of sleep anyways. It's also why he doesn't die, though he's literally been years without sleep.
He has no rest.
Yeah. He suffers the effects of insomnia, but he can't physically die from it. Like I said, his entire backstory is he's just shit.
Oh,
I
this
mean,
was good.
he's named Gurgi, for God's sake. You know,
Gurgi wants to taste your skin.
Okay, so yeah, what I learned from this is that TT wants to brutally murder a cartoon character.
Well, yeah.
don't-
I would
I
have
don't
no problem
necessarily-
with him doing that.
I want
Gurgi
to
is
brutally
fucking
murder a
awful.
lot of cartoon characters, to be fair.
I would hate him, except for the Gurgi voice is very similar to Tig voice, so I can't.
Yeah, the thing is, it's not the voice on its own that makes Gurgi repellent. It's the sum of his parts.
Yep.
It's the sum of his parts that makes me want to beat him with a spiked baseball bat and draw it out as long as possible. I'm not sure if I even want to kill him in the end. I want him to suffer. I want him to be broken and mangled, and I want him to never get better. Maybe I'd even keep him alive. You know, just ever just slightly away from Depp's door, and as soon as he gets healthy enough, I'd beat him again.
TT, you know what's gonna happen when I put this on YouTube, right? This is gonna be the most viewed episode, and you're gonna get a whole bunch of fucking comments about Gurgi, like you got about the squirrel fucking. It's gonna be your squirrel fucking thing on YouTube.
You know what? I'd be fucking glad, because I already cast that fucking bait out into the water once. With my fucking Black Cauldron review, I was begging for it. I was begging for some fucker to try and defend Gurgi to me. I'm itching for that fight.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's a shame.
There's a mediocre Disney movie called The Black Cauldron, and it has a character named Gurgi in it, and he's terrible. He's the absolute worst.
Sadly, it also has a really cool princess.
Yeah, it's actually a decent movie, except for Gurgi.
It's like, I feel it has some significant flaws, which makes it really frustrating for me as a watcher, because like there's enough good shit in it, but I want the whole thing to be a good movie.
The villain looks like Lord Hater.
like the villain, the Horned King, cool as shit. John Hurt is like fucking, like, he's not pulling an Anthony Hopkins, he's actually giving a shit while he's doing those lines. Which is a shame, because the Horned King doesn't get to do anything.
No.
Like, John Hurt and the design are so great, and his screen time in the movie, like, the most he does is order a pig to get its head cut off.
Also, something about melting a bunch of guys.
Wait. So he does the same villainy as David Cameron?
No, David Cameron wants to fuck the pig.
Yeah, David Cameron stuck something in a pig's mouth rather than trying to separate the pig's mouth from the pig.
Oh Jesus.
Um,
Were you expecting anybody to come in and actually tell you about the book, or were you just kind of throwing that out there?
I actually was hoping someone would, because that was nice. I like getting some background on like what the books are supposed to be. Yeah, Princess Eilonwy deserved fucking better.
Yeah, they really kind of just Disneyed the hell out of the Black Cauldron.
And like, it really needs to set scale. Like, it needed some sweeping shots and like moments of people traveling. Because it really does feel like everything is happening within like a 30-minute walk
So
from
you're saying
Sarah's
it
house.
needs to be a bit more like Jackson's Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, they're good movies.
The Lord of the Rings are good movies, besides some flaws that it just
They're
to
not
piss me
flawless
off.
movies. They're not flawless movies.
They're not The Hobbit,
But they
though.
do a good job of storytelling.
I would enjoy the Lord of the Rings movie. One and then overthrew Sauron and founded a golden age.
I'm debating whether I can write a How I Drew It Lord of the Rings entry. I've got some ideas of how I would adapt Lord of the Rings, and there are some things that would be substantial changes, but I'm not sure if they're ruinous changes.
We shouldn't get on Lord of the Rings because I won't stop.
Yeah,
I
neither will
feel
I.
ya.
That's fair.
But yeah, like, there's a lot to like about the Black Cauldron, but there's a lot of other stuff that's like, in my opinion, it's like basic storytelling stuff that they fucked up. And the result is you're left with a movie where it's like, okay, I see how good this could have been, and I also see how it was clearly fucked over, but at the same time, we're still left with an end product that's a disappointment.
Yeah.
In some ways, it's more frustrating.
Could I ask a question that's kind of like just been ricocheting around in the back of my brain? Ever
Yeah.
since we had the conversation about like having hooks in the story that some people like don't go for or don't notice, I keep wondering what would have happened if we did try to like get involved in the situation with the guy who was running from the Daleks in Chalet.
We did.
No, we didn't. We said, whoa, we're not getting involved in that. Fuck that guy.
No, we tripped him
Oh.
up.
I tripped him up.
Oh.
Because fuck that guy. And now he's in jail and not disintegrated, where we can just go and ask him, hey, buddy, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'd say that you guys actually kept that plot thread open.
Yeah. At any time, well, at least until his sentencing, we can just go and ask him, hey, what happened?
So, like, what would have happened if we did get involved? Would
Depends
we
on
have
what you
had to
would've
fight the
done.
whole police force?
You really wouldn't have wanted to fight the Daleks. That would have turned out bad. I probably would have
Yeah.
found a DM way to bullshit your way out of that situation, but it would have turned out not so nice.
Silly tin cans. Me, Grimlock, exterminate you.
It's also good that you guys didn't kill the guy off, because the guy might have some valuable information.
Like Merlinus or whatever the hell how we ended up calling him, because we just drugged his shit.
You'll be
We
fine
still
in
have
a few
to talk to him about the
hours.
super spell.
Well, he'll be fine unless he got addicted and just popped the entire basket of mushrooms.
Oh god,
Then
I was
that's
gonna say-
his fault.
I will confirm he is not dead.
Oh, good. So it's...
That leaves a whole load of things.
I enjoy how often we manage not to kill our enemies.
No, we kill our allies. So there's a great difference.
We don't even do it on purpose.
No. Well, not all of them.
50-50.
We kill a lot of
I'm
NPCs
excited.
that aren't technically enemies, too.
Yeah. And you also threaten to kill a lot of people.
Yeah, but that's mostly just Ayara being Ayara.
Yeah.
And I mean, are you gonna try and stop her from being herself?
Yes.
Yes.
Look, she threatens people. It's who she is.
I still kind of like the idea of Tasser trying to teach her like how to be a dragon. At least from her perspective, because she's a country bumpkin who literally worships dragons.
How to train her.
I feel like Ayara actually has a lot in common with dragons.
Not how like she envisions them.
In a way, she has into her, like, as Gosper pointed out, there is, the personality traits that were sort of the downfall of dragons as a civilization, as a civilized species, are traits that Ayara has in common.
Yeah. Emotionally, she's very much a dragon.
The worst stereotypes about how dragons behave do apply to Ayara.
Like the way I've been kind of looking at it myself, because like trying to figure out what it was that they mean to her as like one of the lower scalekin. And like I think one of the big things is that dragons are kind of the keepers of their culture. Like both because like they don't really have any reason to keep libraries and written documents about things that happened, because they literally have someone who was there when it happened, and like their entire history is like in the minds of dragons. So when they lost that, they basically lost everything. Like they didn't already like have in their own memory and scratched down before everyone died.
Yeah. That gels very much with how dragons and kobolds work in this setting, so yeah.
So like she's probably going to try and teach Ayara the nobler side of dragonkind.
That would be nice.
There we go. Oh, that's...
I'm kind of half dreading what Sir Case keeps saying that that's good about.
Oh, I'm doing my Secret Santa.
Yeah, I know, and that's why I'm worried.
Oh my sweet god. Oh.
Oh boy. Everybody's
Okay,
in for a treat.
Oh, several treats. He's not the only one who went that route.
Route now?
Not,
Nothing.
we can't tell you. Or anyone else, really.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Okay, I'm gonna head in for the night, gang.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
Same
Bye.
here.
Bye-bye.
Night, guys.